I don't know what's going on, but I'm not feeling the eyeshadow palettes that's in my shop, my stash. I feel like, oh, I don't want to use that, I don't want to use that. So let me just look at some of them. I would like to use this little mini palette from Natasha Denona because I think it's so stinking pretty. But I have done a lot of bronzy looks, and I think you will enjoy me using the Sheglam palette more. And I also really want to use the Sheglam palette, so let's do that. I might have destroyed everything, but I put on my fan now because it's hot. I am a warm person. If you follow me on Instagram, you can kind of see how much I sweat at the gym. In general, I'm a very hot person, so I need a little bit of a fan-ing situation. I'm just taking the Naked Honey palette from Urban because I need to just set under my brows. But what I wanted to say is that I think that I actually have a code with Sheglam because they have sent me this palette. I haven't purchased it, but they sent me it like a year ago. And I think I still have a code with them because one of you guys actually told me like, I use your code, and I was like, oh, it's still working then. Hey, great. So this is gonna be a very, very pastel look, but it's gonna be a very, very cute look. So it's not gonna be something like over the top. Maybe, just maybe, I should tell you about my code. Maybe I should tell you what it is. Unless you like a guessing game, because then go right ahead. I'm gonna start off with the shade Peach. I think that this shade isn't really gonna turn up on my skin, but I think I used to use this one. But let me just try it because she's cute. The code is Paulina 115, and it's not an it's not an affiliated code, which means that it's not something I earn money on. I don't have any affiliate links or anything with Sheglam. Actually just realized, or I didn't realize this, but someone actually told me, because you guys know I'm an affiliate with Sigma, and I have been a very, very bad influencer. I never really promote my code because I feel like, you know, they don't send me PR, and that's not the issue, but I feel like, you know, use someone's code that loves Sigma. I love Sigma, but use someone's code where they send you PR, because if you don't promote or don't use the codes where people get PR, they will be taken off the PR list. I'm assuming, allegedly. That's just my opinion, okay? Don't come for me. Let's take the shade Tarte, which is this one. I'm just using the same brush. I'm just gonna deepen it up a little bit. As deep as this can go. But someone, because I always have it listed in my description box, so someone commented and was like, I was going to use your code. It says that it doesn't work. And I was like, oh, you stupid fuck. You probably used the code wrong. You probably misspelled my name or something. So I went to Sigma's website to try and test my code. Turns out she was right. I'm the idiot. So Sigma has removed my code without talking to me, which I feel is very professional. So now I am no longer supporting the brand. No, I'm just kidding. I am. I am. I don't care. It's fine. I'm gonna take the shade Earth. It's fine. You know, it's just, I've worked so hard. And it's like, I just wish we all could be friends. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Because my eyes are tearing up. Earth. This one. Maybe we could use a pigment. No, but I honestly, I don't know why they removed me, but maybe because there is so many influencers. I hate calling that, but you know, content creators. And there's so many of us, and some people stop posting because they feel like this isn't for them anymore, or they move on with something else in their life. And I guess that if someone hasn't really used your code in a very long time, I guess that they have some sort of system that just kind of removes you. I just wish that they would have sent me an email being like, hey bitch, you're being removed, F you. So now I don't have any codes, I just have links. So like I work with Look Fantastic, Beauty Bay, and those are pretty much the brands that I kind of promote on my channel, but it makes sense because it's the brands that I purchase from. Okay, I think that is all we're gonna do for mattes. I'd like to go in with my primer now. So I'm just gonna take my Elemis primer. I like to do this just so now my skincare has been sitting on my skin for a little bit. Now my primer can sit on my skin for a little bit before we go in with foundation. This was the Elemis Superfood Glow Priming Moisturizer. I like a primer that is dewy, that gives me a glow, and Elemis is such a brand I look up to. I think that they are awesome. It's just the packaging on this isn't very bushy. I mean, Elemis, for being such a bushy brand, could have maybe amped packaging up a little bit, but they didn't. I might go in with some of my liquid eyeshadows as well, but I thought that I would start off just using the shimmer in this palette. Something to note about the shimmer in this palette, at least the one that I'm going to use right now, is that it's not like a full-on pigment, but it is more like a topper. So if that's not something you enjoy, then I wouldn't get this palette. However, I think that this is $5 or $6. Someone was very butthurt in one of my videos. Oh, it's just such a stunning. This is like a, and I know this makes some people crawl, but this is like a Natasha Denona topper. It's so stinking pretty. I mean, do you see that? Gorge. But someone was very, very butthurt that I kept this palette in one of my declutters and decluttered the Natasha Denona Love palette. I did pull it back in. Like, I decluttered it, had it out from my collection for about like 2 months, and then I was like, you know, I still had and owned the palette. I had just moved it to my decluttering pile, and then I was like, you know what, I don't want to be without it, so I brought it back. So it's not like I went out and purchased the palette again. I think I'm gonna go in with this one. This is from Natasha Denona. This is the Chromium liquid eyeshadow in the shade Scarab. But what I will do is that I'm just gonna clean off my little brush, and then I'm gonna take a mirror. Then I'm just gonna like this, and then I'm gonna take a little bit from my, or from the wand to my brush. And then I'm just gonna try and coat it on here. And I want it to be pretty sheer, so I just want this to be like a teeny tiny bit of layering here. I don't want it to be too much. Taking a tad more. So we do have a little line right here, and I think it's hard to remove those, but I want to go in with my Natasha Denona, I can't speak, Natasha Denona Love palette. And I'm gonna go in with this shade. This is like her cream to powder formula. This is the shade Commitment, which we are not in. And then we're just gonna do a little wing. What I love about the cream to powder formula is that it's really easy. I mean, it's really hard to work with, which I love. I just feel like the look becomes a little bit more complete when we do this, and also I have a hard time being without a wing. It's just something that I have really loved. Not going in with like a liquid, but just doing it very easily with my eyeshadow is something that I've enjoyed, and now it's just weird not doing it. I've used my Urban Decay foundation so much, so I think I'm gonna use this one. I'm trying to pan it, and it's going well. Like, I know it's gonna be quite a while, but it's okay. I don't love it like I used to. It's the Ardell Cameraflauge foundation. This is my second bottle because it was once my favorite foundation ever. I did go in with my Becca Under Eye Brightening Concealer because Cult Beauty had it when I placed an order, and then I placed another order, which you guys already know about. However, yesterday I was using it for the first time in like months because, again, this is my second bottle or my second jar. I've had it for a while before that, but or I had it and then I finished it up. However, I could notice that my under eyes was looking so bright, and I couldn't understand why, because it wasn't like I was using another concealer. So I was trying to think, like, what powder did I use? And it dawned on me today, now that I opened it up and just applied it under my eyes, that it was this product. So I guess I have to go in with my darker concealers under my eyes just to darken it up a little bit, because I like the fact that it is light, but I don't want to look like, you know, I don't want it to look weird. I usually get questions about this brush, and this is from Hiccup. Let's take our Shart Shape Tape and Makeup Revolution concealer. So how I like to apply my concealer nowadays is just going like this, this, just to clean up a little bit, and then just go in with this one on top. And this is in the shade C12, and I always buy that because it deepens up my concealer. But a lot of the times, and no, I forgot what I was going to say. I need to repurchase this so often because I go through that more than I go through my other concealers, but it's okay. And also I get it because that one contains like 3.2 milliliters or something, and the other ones that I use contain like 10 milliliters, and my Too Faced one contained 15 milliliters. I've heard a lot of people talk about the fact that they don't do videos featuring older makeup anymore because that's not what brings in the views, and it is the truth. But I think it also kind of depends on your channel, because it all depends on who your audience wants to watch. For instance, when I do fashion videos, they get less views, but a fashion channel that does a makeup look gets less views than their fashion content. So for instance, if you are a Project Pan channel and you always use old makeup, then you will get the views doing that. But if you are someone that reviews new makeup all the freaking time, like new eyeshadow palettes for instance, then featuring an old makeup palette isn't really gonna bring in the views, because that's not what your audience is there for. They are like you, they want to get the new. They don't want to see the old shit. Maybe once in a while, you know, it could be fun for some of them, but not for their everyday consumer, not for the everyday person. Because I've gotten the question like how I feel about this and how I, you know, how I see it. And I know that a lot of you guys are into watching me apply makeup just talking, because that's kind of where my channel's at now. But for other people, that's not the way it is. So it's like, you know, it all depends on you and your channel and blah blah blah. Also, a lot of the channels that I have heard that says this also says that you should do YouTube because you think it's fun. You know, doing YouTube because earning money or getting views is really going to, you're really gonna notice that, like your audience is really gonna notice that. So don't do that, because that won't make you grow. But at the same time, it's like, oh, all I wanna do is use old palettes. Then do it if that makes you happy. Maybe for 1.5 years ago, I spent so much money buying new shit all the time. And eventually it got to a point where I was like, you know, I can't do this anymore. I was dreading purchasing and reviewing a new eyeshadow palette. I was not feeling good about it at all. Now I'm just using the peach shade. I don't know why it's called peach, by the way. It's not peachy. It's not really showing up under my eyes, but whatever. I'm taking just a little bit of the shade Taro. You know, I was dreading it. I hated it. I was so sick of new makeup, and yeah, I was just sick of it. I couldn't take another day. So I stopped purchasing them and I switched gears. And some people have unsubscribed, and that's okay. I would rather, you know, it's not something bad when someone unsubscribes. It's just, you know, I changed, they changed, and that's okay. I feel like, you know, I've talked about this before, but I do YouTube for me. I don't do it because I want this to be a job or anything. Fuck. This is my Milk Makeup Bronzer. I hadn't closed the cap. I was kind of hoping for it to have dried out, but it's still creamy as hell. Damn it. This is what we have left. We're starting to get there, which is something that I've said for the past 5 years. No, but I just think that, you know, I don't know, but if you have a channel and all you want to do is use something old and you're scared that you're not gonna get any views, don't be. Who fucking cares? Also, you will get the views because the people that loves to watch content with old shit is gonna find you. Talking about that, once in a while, once in a blue moon, I Google my name because I want to see what people are saying. Some people can't really say shit to your face, so you have to look it up yourself. And I think it's fun to read what other people say about me. Some people say that I am X, Y, and Z. I have no idea how people pursue me, so I know who I am, but I don't know what kind of aura I put onto the internet. So it's fun to, you know, read what other people are saying. And I was reading this one thing. It was such a kind comment, so don't get me wrong. This person was recommending me and I was like, ooh, gushing. But she or he said that I did pretty harsh makeup and it wasn't their style. And I started thinking like, do I do that? Harsh makeup? Yeah, maybe I do. But in my mind, I'm like doing soft. Okay, my eyes today are a little bit extravaganza, but I still feel like I do pretty soft makeup nowadays. But apparently not. At least not to this person's, at least that wasn't what this person was saying. And hear me out, nothing wrong with doing harsh makeup. I love harsh makeup, as you guys know. You know, when I have a day off, I love to dibble-dabble into a bunch of different products, go a little bit more ham with my blush or do this or that. You know, I just love it. But I wasn't really expecting this person to say that I did harsh makeup. I'm taking my Fenty bronzer. That is like the weirdest bronzer in the entire world. It gets like hard pan, and I have scraped off the hard pan, but it just keeps coming back. Maybe I should just take a thick layer of tape all over this bronzer and maybe it can look a little bit better, because I don't know, but it feels like it has started to look patchy. Oh, I was thinking that it was Friday today, but it's not. Well, maybe it is when you see this, I don't know, but damn it. I really thought it was Friday today. No, it's Thursday, so we have today and tomorrow left. I shouldn't complain. I have a job right now anyway. I'm applying for jobs every single day. At least 2 days, 2 jobs a day. I'm thinking about selling my soul and applying for a job I absolutely don't want. But it is full-time, it is money, and yeah, I don't know. I think I will be unemployed. And that sucks. This is my Milk Makeup cream highlight in the shade Lit. Now I'm gonna take my I'm gonna take my Jouer highlight. This is in the shade Citrine. I used up the balm bronzer yesterday, so I feel like I've been pretty good with bronzers, but I want to use up my 2 highlights that I have in my collection as well, which is this one and my Pixie one. This one is a lot further to go than the Pixie one, but I think it's time. I had the Pixie one in my last rotation, but I think it's time to put in the Pixie one and let it be in my rotation every single day, because there is still a lot of product left in it, but it's just on the sides. So I think that's the next step, just to make me reach for it a little bit more and to use it a little bit more. Now I'm gonna take this MAC Glow Play blush in the shade Grand, and I like to take it on a stippling brush and stipple it on my leg first. I haven't curled. Oh, this was maybe a little bit too red actually, but I like to no, I was in time today. I haven't curled my hair for about a week which feels like an eternity, and I really want to do that today, so I've been trying to get ready a little bit quicker today so I can, and I think I have time for it. Oh, I just love to curl my hair. I don't love to curl it, but I love to have it curled. Big difference. I'm gonna take a Glamshop shadow, and I'm gonna take this one, which is called Posviata. No, we should have a green shift. So okay, I'm gonna take this one instead, which is next to it. They all look white to you, but I can see the reflect, and that one is called Blyskota. Forgot that I had like green, so oops. Maybe I just want to do this for lips. This is from Incredible, and this is the Laqour lip tint in the shade Squeeze Me. Now I think this is a little bit too warm actually, or is it? It's just so glossy and pretty. Let me fill it out for a little bit, and I'll see what I think about it, and I will be back when I have mascara and curled hair and all of that. Okay, great, bye. So I think I can't decide between these 3. Not that one. I actually think I'm gonna take a little bit of Panama from Ofra. This is pretty bright, but then just kind of dabble it in. And then I have a little bit of MAC Myth here. Oh, same thing here, just kind of but just to get a little bit more pigment. And then of course we want a gloss, and I'm gonna take this from Buxom White Russian. I took a little bit of my Hourglass powder. I think it's like the ambient light. or whatever it's called, and just kind of dibble-dabbled a little bit over my face. I need some paper because I felt like I was very, very dewy, and I just wanted to tone it down a little bit without being matte. So I need to hairspray a little bit over here and kind of tweeze a little bit. I'm out of my dry shampoo that is volumizing. So here we have it, the finished look. I just curled my hair. I get tons of questions about how I curled my hair. I literally just section it off in 2 sections, and then I take this curling wand and then I just curl some away from my face, some towards my face, kind of depends. And then I don't touch them, I hairspray them, and then I just let them sit for a little bit, and then I just drag it out like I've done. So the hair gets like very, very big. I love big hair. That's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I think that you could actually, with the Sheglam palette, if you don't want to go ahead and purchase it, I'm pretty sure you could dupe it. I mean, you probably have like a really light pastel pink in your collection, and then you could just take like a green topper and apply to your lids and you are good to go. So I think you could do that. Yeah, I recommend it. I think that it's really, really cute. It's one of my favorite looks I've done. I've gone back to this look multiple times, so I really do enjoy it. But that's gonna leave it up. No, that's gonna be all from me today. Like the video if you liked it, dislike the video if you didn't like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!